Raindrops keep falling on my head. Oh, yeah. You know, they will fall on your head unless you have a tool like an umbrella. What's up, smarty people? It's KeysDAN with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live in a living color from the Radio What studios. Here's a few fast facts about umbrellas. Umbrellas were once used only by women. That's right, the women folk used the umbrellas. Umbrellas have been around for a long time, at least 3,000 years, according to T.S. Crawford's History of the Umbrella. But they were used only by select segments of the population for much of that history. Ancient Egyptians used them to shade their pharaohs, setting the tone for an association with royalty and nobility that would also surface in China, Assyria, India, and other older civilizations. Meanwhile, they were deemed effeminate by ancient Greeks and the Romans, who assumed many of their cultural habits. It should be noted that these early umbrellas protected against the sun and not rain, and were generally used by women to shield their complexions. The association between women and umbrellas persisted through much of Europe for centuries and stubbornly remained into the 18th century, even after the first waterproof umbrellas had been created around the 17th century in France. In England, at least, the man credited with ushering in a new age of gender-neutral weather protection was merchant and philanthropist Jonas Hanway. Having spotted the umbrella to put to good use during his many travels, Hanway took to carrying one through rainy London in the 1750s, a sight met with open jeering by surprised onlookers. The greatest abuse apparently came from coach drivers who counted on inclement weather to drive up demand for a dry, comfy ride. But Hanway took the derision in stride. Shortly after his death in 1786, an umbrella advertisement surfaced in the London Gazette, a harbinger of sunnier days to come for the accessory's reputation as a rain repellent for all. Here's a little more tidbits of information for you. Umbrellas owned by the average person in Japan, per a 2014 survey, 3.3. Diameter in meters of the world's largest umbrella, 24.5. Number of umbrellas sold annually in the United States, 33 million. Consecutive weeks, Rihanna's Umbrella Ella A topped the Billboard's Hot 100 in 2007. 7 weeks at number one. More tidbits of information to fill your head with knowledge, because I like you. I like you a lot. Umbrella champion Jonas Hanway was pronounced opponent of tea drinking. You'd expect a man bold enough to navigate the hard scrabble streets of 18th century London with a dainty umbrella to possess a certain determination to get things done. And indeed, Jonas Hanway was a champion of many causes. He founded the Marine Society to recruit cadets for the Navy, served as an executive for the founding Hospital Children's Home, advocated for the safety of chimney sweepers, and even attempted to convince a nation of tea drinkers that they were doing something profoundly wrong. Wrong! Could you imagine England without tea drinkers? I can't. The last effort came by way of his 1756 work, an essay on tea, which summed up the evils of the seemingly benign refreshment with the subtitle, "Considered as pernicious to health, obstructing industry, and impoverishing the nation." They do take a lot of tea breaks. I'll give him that. As with his umbrella crusade, his zealous stance on tea drinking was met with a degree of public mockery, most notably in a response by famed British writer and lexicographer Samuel Johnson in Literary Magazine. But there was no posthumous redemption to be earned in this particular arena, as his countrymen and women went right on indulging themselves with the beverage and continue to do so to the tune of 100 million cups per day. And in case you didn't know, a lexicographer is a person who compiles dictionaries. There you go. That's it for this edition of What Makes You Smarter. Hey, I'm getting smarter all the time. It's KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace.